Good morning. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Today is Thursday. It's Thanksgiving Day. It's November 26th. Each day I start with that verse. It's Psalm 118:24. It's a special verse in my life, and today's a special day. And I thought I'd do something very different today because if you had said 1 year ago that my Thanksgiving would be spent the way I am spending it today, I would not have believed you. You could have said a lot of things. I could have believed a lot of things, but it's a total surprise. But I'm thankful. God is blessed in so many ways, and so many of us are celebrating very different today. I'm not on my front porch. I'm on the screen. Normally, I don't do anything on the screen for my morning videos. I just don't want to be out front. It's never been really a part of my life. But I just wanted to share something from my heart this morning. I'm sure your activities have been affected so much by the coronavirus pandemic in one way or another. You may have the whole family together, but it's been affected. And you may not have anything going on. My activities, I had several invitations and I had something planned. We had things canceled and things planned, and then I got corona canceled, I guess, right at the last minute. Like so many other people, and even people who will celebrate today will be right on the edge of wondering if they're going to hear some news and they need to cancel. So, I feel like this is a really large boat that we're in. Everybody's been affected in different ways. Of course, my year's been totally different from yours and yours different from mine, but we are in the same boat in that we need a fresh look and a fresh touch from Jesus Christ. I want to read this morning Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. It's a favorite verse of mine. And those verses were my wife's favorite verses, and several others. It's a common, special life verse or verses. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths." I'm just going to talk through this for just a moment, not trying to get really technical at all. Trust means total belief. It's total faith. It is putting all your eggs in one basket. It's really determining, I'm going to go this way and I don't have a plan B, I don't have a plan C or D or E or F. It's believing in Jesus Christ for everything. And it's not just a vocal assent, it is a heart assent. It is saying, I am not going to back up. I am going to move forward and I'm going to trust Jesus all the way. Well, it says trust in the Lord with all 100%, all of your heart. It's easy for our hearts to be divided. Our hearts are made up of our mind, all that intellect, our emotions, all the feelings that run crazy, and I've had a lot of those this year, and our will, our determination. We have to have willpower to push forward, to make decisions. And all those things can easily become divided because, seriously, your mind can believe one thing, your emotions go a different direction, and then you just don't have the willpower to make decisions, to make changes in your life. So it's easy for our hearts to be divided. Let me just share a few things. We fear, that divides our heart. We fear COVID. There are many people who are so afraid, they're paranoid. And I'm not saying it's unfounded. I'm just simply saying that we fear. And fear, as I heard in a song this morning, fear is a liar. Fear tells us things that aren't true, and we must not yield to fear. Fear of loneliness, fear of boredom, fear of no one caring, no one being around. It's fear of financial ruin. There are all kinds of fear that we can have in our lives. Fear of losing my faculties, fear of losing my health, all those kinds of things. Many doubt God. I've heard of people who lost a mate, or maybe they lost a child, or they lost their job, even things like that. And they start to doubt God. They start to wonder where he is and what's going on. And when was the last time he spoke? Sometimes we just haven't seemed to hear from God. So we fear and we doubt, and we even struggle with believing in eternity sometimes. Is that something that is real, and can I really, really, really rely on that when time is tough, when I'm on my bed of affliction, when time is running out, and it's my hospital room or my bedroom, and I'm lying on the bed and I have no world except for that world? Can I really trust God to take me to heaven for all of eternity? Is all this stuff real? I guess is what I'm saying. And we have to get beyond that doubt. Many are chasing the gods of wealth and health and power and prestige, and they're trying to trust Jesus at the same time. And I'm not saying that we ought not be productive and such. I think we ought to be interested in results. I think we ought to be after it. I tell you, I think we ought to be productive for Jesus. But the thing is, are we trusting Jesus? Are we working in Jesus' name and for his sake, or are we pursuing it for us? In other words, are we trying to put more toys in our basket and try to enjoy our stuff? And I think sometimes that just gets in our way. We need to hold things lightly in our hand. We need to have an open hand and a willing hand to give to others. And thirdly, I am prone to trust my own understanding. I'm often flawed in my own understanding. I can say something when I'm writing, particularly when I'm texting, writing an email. It seems like I'll write it one way and somebody will read it differently, and I go, I didn't mean that. I really didn't mean that. And I know that's just a small thing, but that's how mistaken that we can be a lot of times. We can really mistake people. We can mistake motive. We can mistake all kinds of things. So I need to not trust in my own understanding. So let me just read these verses. And I think it's explainable within itself. And we really don't have to say a whole lot about it. Trust in the Lord with all 100% of your heart, your mind, your emotions, and your will. And lean not unto your own understanding, because that understanding is flawed. In all our ways, acknowledge him. That's everything. That's all of our ways. And he shall direct thy paths. He shall direct thy path. He's going to take me step by step. And it's a mistake to think that he's going to give me a total outcome that a year from now I'm going to be in said place doing said thing. That's just not going to happen. He says that he's got the big picture in hand, and he's going to instruct us step by step. So I need to be faithful today. You know, today's Thanksgiving. My day got crashed. I mean, I've got things I'm going to do. I'm going to enjoy it. But I'll tell you, my day just got crashed. And it didn't start this year. It didn't start just a week ago. My plans that I typically would have on a Thanksgiving day are dramatically different than what they were 5 years ago or 10 years ago. We all experience change. And I need to embrace that, and I will take steps of faith today. They might be difficult, but I will take those steps of faith today. And then tomorrow I will take those steps of faith, and day by day, I will end up at that point where he wants me to be, but I have to trust him with all my heart and lean not into my own understanding. Well, today is November 26th. It is Thanksgiving Day. It's Turkey Day. It's a day to give thanks. And I think day to give thanks to Jesus, not just for our financial types of things, but what he's done for us. I want to say special thanks to friends and family members that have been supportive of me this year. I want to thank special friends that have stepped in the gap, that cared about me when I was at my worst, when I was really struggling. Everyone who's lost a mate, and we've had several changes in our family this year, everyone has those types of things that they must go through. It's a deep, dark valley that we walk through, and then we come out on the other side, and we trust Jesus along the way. Some people get stuck in the middle of it. I've had the blessed assurance from individuals showing me a path, just taking step and praying for me all the way through, and sometimes taking a stick and say, hey, get on with it, and don't think that way. But that is great motivation. I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful for my church family. My church has done so many things to bless me, and more than anything else, they've prayed for me. They've encouraged me, and I trust that I have been an encouragement to other people because that's what I've tried to do. At my worst, I've tried to turn it around and be a blessing to other people. I've tried to get outside of myself, and I trust that that's something that you can do also, to get outside of yourself and do something that is an encouragement and a blessing to others, and that will make you feel better. We end each day with saying something like this. It's really the two great commandments: love God and love people. And the reason we do that is because love never fails. If you need something, you need to love somebody. You need to love God. And you need to walk through that valley, walk across that mountain. You need to do that by faith and trust in Jesus Christ. Well, this is totally different today and probably won't happen anytime soon. It's much, much longer, but it's just a special time from my heart, I hope, to your heart that will encourage you on this Thanksgiving Day. God bless, and I do trust that no matter what your day is, that God will give you just a great understanding of how close He is in your life. God bless.